3, 4. Let's come back. We're missing one person, right? Who? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Nice. Alright, welcome back everybody. I hope you had enough break. I know it's not enough, is it? But in your first lesson previously, we have done so much reading and writing, right? In the second lesson today, you're going to be doing listening sessions and more speaking, yeah? And we're gonna do a bit of debate. So prepare yourself to argue in the positive side or in the negative side. Please open your book on page 6, yeah? There are 3 questions over here. Today, we're gonna be talking about specifically, we're going to be debating about schools and education. Okay, so think of your education system in Spain and tell me about it later on. First of all, to begin, can we answer these 3 questions together? Yeah? I'm going to read the question one by one, and each one of you should tell me your opinion about the question, okay? Please contribute to the debate or to the discussion. Number 1, what do you think the main purpose of education is? Is it to equip students with skills needed for work or something else? Any ideas?
So maybe education, but nowadays, or why, or what it should be?
Up to you.
Okay,
What is
so
the main purpose of education right now or in the past? Up to you. You
Okay,
can
so,
name both.
Maybe right now the main aim of the education is to prepare the kids or teenagers or whoever is learning to work, and actually in Spain just to work and don't think in real problems.
To get a job. That's your main answer.
Yeah.
What about in the past in Spain? Is
So-
it different? Was it different compared right now?
Compared to right now, it wasn't very different, but it was aimed to prepare everyone for life, not just work.
Okay, thank you for your ideas. We have got the first ideas about skill needed for work or to get a job. Any other ideas? No?
Being able to cohabitate with different people.
To be able to what?
Cohabitate.
What's that?
Like,
Coordinate?
no, cohabitate. Like, imagine, cohabitate is like to habitate is to be with other people. So you have to learn to be with other people, even if you don't like them, even if they have different thoughts or they're really annoying or something. You have to learn to cohabitate with them.
I see. So to cooperate, to collaborate, to cope with differences, to be exposed with diversity, yada yada yada. That's what you can get from education. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because we all the class cohabitates in the same room.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good idea. To be exposed with differences, so when we enter the real world, we wouldn't be racist or we wouldn't be
Yeah.
bad person. Any other ideas? When you said the main purpose of education is for getting skills needed for work, what kind of skills?
Like maths, maybe for work. For example, in a supermarket, you have to know how to count, or maybe skills like those are needed for
Yes, yes. Mathematical skills.
If you general read English or go to another country and can speak with them.
Yes, English lessons help you to be able to communicate with other people in another country. What other skills can you get in your school, Lucia?
Science.
Science. What can you do with science in your?
It can be a scientific and you can do that investigate medicine and find cures for illness or to find new illnesses.
Good answer. Anne, what skills have you got from your schools?
Maybe music, because people who doesn't study a lot, they are not used to study, they go to music and they're doing it, so they stay in their career, but it's easier than the other ones.
Have you got music lessons in Spain, in your school specifically?
Yeah.
What about you, Ike? What skills have you got from your school?
Maybe to know how to work in like a team together.
Yes, that's a really good answer. Soft skills, such as teamwork, right? Any other examples of soft skills can you get from your school besides teamwork? Collaboration, cooperation, what else?
Respect.
Respect. Now, I'm gonna be very radical and extremist here. Those skills that you mentioned, can you only get those from schools? What if people or children who cannot afford schools? What can they do? Maybe they are low economy people, they cannot afford schools. What's the alternative if they cannot go to school, but they also want to get those skills like you get already? What's the alternative?
If they know how to read and read books.
Yes, like self-learning, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Read by yourself, read the books.
Yeah, try to learn and maybe get a scholarship to get a proper education.
Yes, yes, that's a really good answer. But besides school, besides education, where can you not get those skills outside of school? You think? If you don't go to school, which you do, but we're talking about a very minor cases, the underprivileged friends, other people, how can they get those important skills besides schools?
I know few people who didn't learn in school, and they told me that they learned basic things just in quotidian life, like doing whatever they do, working and getting experience from life.
So learning by doing, learning from the experience, learning directly, immediately from the real world, from their parents, from the people around them. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, do you think that your countries, which is Spain, educational system encourages you more about individuality or conformity? But before you answer that, what is individuality?
That you think also you aim to your benefits. You aim to be the best in something, to do your best.
Yes, you want to go to school because of yourself, because you want to be a surgeon. That's why you are learning math, science in your school, so you get the knowledge and skill to be a surgeon for yourself, to get a job, to get a money for yourself and family whatsoever. What about conformity? Other people?
To be able to adapt to an environment. So, for example, conformity, if you can be, I'm not the word for this, but if you can be like cool in a new place. So what do you adapt to a place? So imagine how well do you adapt to a new class. So they look for more than always the two matters like math, science. So we're going to teach you this, and maybe you can use it in the future. And they try to teach you something you can use for life, such as making friends, listening, know how to communicate with other people, etc.
Are you saying that conformity equals with adaptability?
Yes.
Now open your phone, Google it, open your dictionary, Google the definition of or the meaning of conformity. Is it right? Is it related to adaptability? Or totally the opposite? Tell me. 1 minute. Any guesses? What have you got?
I think it's what I explained. So they're encouraging people to adapt to be more social with other people.
Okay. Any other guesses? Yeah.
To just when you get something, just say okay, it's quite good. I'm going to stay like that, and you are not going to aim to a higher or better things.
Well done. Good. What definition have you got from your dictionary?
I don't have anything because it doesn't work.
Okay. What have you got? It's okay, you can use your own words. When you Google it, what does it show? Google conformity meaning.
Behavior in accordance with socially accepted conventions.
Yes, it means you can follow the rules. You are taught to follow the rules, to obey the teachers whatsoever, the principle, which result to adaptability. So you're saying it's totally right. That's the result of following the rules, to be able to adapt. But the literal meaning of conformity is you are taught, guided, trained to follow rules. Because schools have rules such as
I mean, some schools make you wear a uniform.
uniforms, homeworks,
Being on time.
on time.
Don't speak while classes.
Okay, don't speak, don't interrupt your teachers.
Don't eat
Don't eat, really?
Yeah.
So those kind of rules. So you have defined, you have distinguished between individuality and conformity. Which one is taught by Spanish educational system?
I think we use more conformity.
Why?
Because they make us follow the rules so we can adapt better to different classes and different environments.
Any agreements, any disagreements? Tushani. All of you from Spain. Tell me your city again.
Bilbao.
Victoria.
Same.
No. We live like near Bilbao.
Okay.
Near Bilbao as well.
Valencia.
Valencia with P.
Okay. Your city.
Bilbao.
Okay. Any disagreement? Any? So all of you agree that Spanish educational system is teaching you about conformity?
Yes.
Yeah, but not for adapt you to possible environments. I think it's it's quite radical, but I think it's just to the important people can say, can tell you what to do, and you're not going to answer back.
Exactly. So you have many rules, so much rules in your schools. What about individuality? Is it taught in your schools? In Spanish educational system?
It depends on the school. It's not black and white.
What about your schools?
I go to Lowe school in the mountains in Norway. I think we impose more conformity than individuality.
No individuality at all.
No,
Why not? Can you guess why your schools are not teaching you about individuality?
Because individuality is a skill you can use, but like I think in a real case scenario, like if you really wake up to reality, you can see that maybe you can, yes, science is a useful skill, maybe maths as well, but I think being able to socially adapt to some rules, and for that being able to adapt to many social environments is much more important than those.
Well said. Last question. For the second question from me. Still regarding Spanish educational system, one thing that you hate about it. One thing that you hate about your school system.
No, they don't really care at all if we like learn. They just want, at least in my school, they only want the students to have like the perfect grades. So they like win awards, because my school has like a lot of awards of being like a great school. And they really don't care if you are like learn, except from some teachers. But in general, they don't care.
It's a really good reflection, Lucia. In my master's degree, now I realize that the essence of learning or school is supposed to be the progress oriented, not the scores, not the grades. It's just a piece of paper. Thank you.
So one thing that I don't like from my school system, this is an opinion, and I respect others' other opinions that can be very different. But I think that school teaches you to memorize from a book, and I think it should teach you to think and then learn, not just to read something until you learn it by heart.
Exactly. That's another good reflection. Whew, you're so clever. I should catch up. Yes, about memorization. You are not a big fan of memorization because we already have ChatGPT. So, what's about it? We need to be more critical thinking, right? So, you don't like if we only focus on grades. We have to also focus on the progress. You want beyond memorization. Other thing, please tell me.
They really don't care when you are like bad. So in my class, there was a girl suffering from bullying, and they said they were going to activate a protocol for the girl to be safe. And now it's summer and they didn't do anything, and the girl tried to not kill herself, but she got her veins and other things. And it was because the school didn't do anything because it didn't cure.
I'm really sorry to hear that. So you want your schools also to pay attention on our mental health, on your well-being, yeah? To prevent bullying, self-harm, and whatsoever. Nice solution. Any other opinion?
I think I agree with three of them. Like, they don't do anything for your mental health, or they make you memorize, and they only care about marks. And then I think some teachers, like, they don't think that we have life after school, because lots of time they said that we don't have any time to do other things. Like, we have a lot of homework, and they say that we have a lot of free time, but that isn't real.
Exactly. I also hate homeworks, and I'm also a big fan of work-life balance. So I totally agree with your stance. So outside of school, we should do other things. We have basketball, yes? I have golf, you have badminton, basketball, whatsoever. So do not disturb my free time. I agree with you. So thank you so much for the critiques. You are so good. Now, to be objective, three of you, please let me know the good things about your school, yeah? No more critics, good things about your, what do you like, what do you love so much about your school? Tell me one thing. You need time to think?
Maybe that
5 seconds. Time's up.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would like to compare going to a normal school and being homeschooled, because going to school makes you have probably where I made most of my friends, and thanks to that I have a big social life. On the other hand, if I were to be homeschooled, I wouldn't make as many friends, and probably that would affect my mental health. So I'm really happy that I got to go to such a good school, in my opinion. And thanks to that, I have a big friend group and a big social life.
Good for you. So one good thing about your schools is that compared to your homeschooling system is that you get best friends, you get besties, yeah?
Yeah.
Another good thing.
Maybe in my school there is like a bus that takes you and it's free.
What is that?
A
Oh, a bus, yeah.
And you can go to the school by bus and it's free.
Really?
Yeah.
You're so lucky. I have to walk. No buses in my own country. Anyway, so you have free public transportation for students.
Not public schools. Oh, it's not the school.
Oh, it's school buses.
Yeah.
But how do you say? So what? This I'm undecided. Bush is Spanish word for bus.
Bus. No,
It's like
How do you say bus? in-
autobus.
Auto.
We say like just bus.
it's written the same way.
But bush is auto bus, automatic bus in Spanish.
Yeah, we just call it bus.
Thank you for the vocabulary. Bush. So that's one thing you like about your school.
Yeah.
Do you also get free buses?
No. I have like in my school there is a bus, but you have to pay for it.
Sorry.
In my
You have to
school-
move me.
in my
yeah?
school we have a
No, I'm
bus.
kidding.
We have a bus, but it's free.
Oh.
Like students who live in villages have to take that bus to school, but it's free.
That's so good. That's so good to hear. We have socializing skills, free school buses. Last but not least,
I don't know, maybe same as Xavi said, that you make a lot of friends and you are with your friends in classes. I think that it's the best of going to school, because I really don't like the system that the schools in Spain work.
yeah, friends. That's the most important thing to stay sane. Yeah, unless you are introvert like me. Last question, last brainstorming, please. Should education always be free? Why or why not?
Yes, because I think education should be like everyone should go to school, because it would give opportunities to people that don't have money to earn money and be better, or go and save like their family and food and that kind of stuff.
Definitely, solid argument. It's a basic human rights, but schools also have so many students who also need many stuff, books, papers, stationery, you name it. It costs a fortune. So who should pay this?
Government.
And how can government get the money from?
Taxes.
And taxes are from?
From my mind.
Exactly. You were saying? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the very good brainstorming. Now, listening section. Open your book, page 6. We have 2 audio. It's actually videos, yeah? 2 videos on YouTube. The first part, please pay attention to these 3 questions. It's just 1 minute, guys. It's just 1 minute and 36 seconds. So it's Very easy. Who are the speakers? So be careful and pay attention to the speakers. How many speakers and who are they? Catch the names. Okay? And of course, the main important thing you need to catch from the listening or from the audio or from the video is what are they discussing about? What's the topic they're talking about? Yes? Last but not least, your opinions, first impressions of them talking the topic. Any questions about the first listening section? Understandably, yes? Alright. Please catch as many details as possible. I'm going to play the video in 3,
What's up?
Hi, Gerard. I brought you here today to let you know. 13.3.
Is it too loud? Is it too low? Is it okay? You sure? Alright, so I'm gonna replay twice. The first one is without subtitles. So please practice yourself with that, without subtitles. And the second replay is gonna be with subtitles, just to check your answers, yes? I'm gonna play the video on 3, 2, 1, go.
13.3. No more school. Part 1. Well, in Simon's final year at primary school, Charles and I visited the local secondary schools to find a good one for him, and, well, let's just say we were less than impressed.
Terrible. They were absolutely dreadful. I mean, in St. James's, there were 42 pupils in a class. And in Nuffield College, the teachers we saw knew less than the kids they were supposed to teach.
And what about Halliwell Community College?
Oh, don't remind me.
Oh, it was so rough. There was no discipline, and the children seemed to be uncontrolled.
Shocking. That's why we decided to teach Simon at home.
Yes. Before I married, I was a teacher, so I'm qualified. And when we found out what was involved, it seemed the obvious thing to do.
Yes, the Home Education Advisory Service were absolutely wonderful. They gave us all the help we needed.
We decided what Simon learns, how and when. He still takes all the normal exams, though.
And his results are very good now.
And he used to be so unhappy at school. He was always saying he didn't want to go.
It's the best thing we could possibly have done as parents. You feel very proud when you see your son become more confident, mature, responsible.
We're already thinking about sending him to Cambridge to study.
That's it. Very plain and simple. You do not need to cheat. It's just for self-progress, like you said, right? Well, before I replay the video, I want to check your notes. First, how many speakers? Any guesses?
2.
Only 2? Any other different opinions?
The international and the one that was introducing about
Mm-hmm. So are you saying 2 speakers or 3 speakers? 3. Okay. Who are they?
Parents of the
How many parents?
2.
2. And you said 3. Who's the other one?
Like, it's not part of this, but like the one introducing her.
Yeah, possibly the teacher or the counselor? Maybe, yes? What are they discussing?
They are looking for schools for the kids.
They are looking for a school for their kid. Did you catch the name of the kid?
Simon.
Simone or Simon, yes? Any other topics? Have you got any details?
Education.
Yes, homeschooling. Any other details? They are considering homeschooling, are they? No.
No, they're already homeschooling.
Okay. Any other details?
They're reflecting on the results of, they're comparing the results of him in the school and him in being homeschooled.
Yes, they're comparing the schools, which is related to your personal life. Now, I'm curious about your first impressions. of this audio, what have you thought? Any thoughts?
Vicky, I
That the two parents have quite a big amount of money. They are wealthy because not everyone can afford to self-learning at home. And the audio says that the mother works as a teacher, so
Yes, it's a very logical assumption, Actor, that you think the parents are wealthy because, if I'm not mistaken, the mother is considering Cambridge. Do you think it's cheap? No, it's not. You are saying? What's your thoughts?
I think if a kid is not comfortable at school, first of all, you should find which one is just the main reason for that. And not take actions in your own hands. And you should also ask the kid why he's uncomfortable. Then you should let him consider if he wants to be homeschooled or not. Because maybe, it seems like, okay, the kid's going to be homeschooled, he's going to be with us, so no social problem here. I think, and because at the end of the video they said they were going to send him to Cambridge, but when they send him to Cambridge, how's the kid going to socialize? He doesn't have that skill because he hasn't been at school. So he's going to have problems with that, fitting into the new environment.
That's very critical of you, Shami. That's really good. But did you catch the age of Simon? There's no information about the age, but your worries about Simon's adaptability because of the age also possibly true. When you're talking about we have to investigate the root of the problem from Simon's perspective, how can you do that? How would you do that?
Well, you need to think if I were, it doesn't give many details about why Simon has exited grade school, so I couldn't say, but if the parents asked Simon why do you want to get out of school, and they should look for the main reason. If I were the parents, I would first talk to Simon, find the main reason, talk to his school, and maybe tell Simon, do you want to be homeschooled or do you want to consider going to another place? And probably he will probably want to be homeschooled because if you're having any social problems, he'd probably be alone and an introvert instead of an extrovert. But I think I would try to convince him to go to another school because social life is very important.
So you're gonna talk to Simon, you're gonna talk to the schools, the teachers, the peers, whoever, to get the root of the problem from Simon's perspective, and then ask Simon's decisions. But do you think Simon is already wise enough or mature enough to decide for himself or herself?
Doesn't mention the age.
Exactly. But it's a very critical issue. But from the audio, is the problem only from Simon's? Or is there any other problems they're talking about?
They are also talking about that the schools they visited are quite bad organized because they said, for example, there were 47 kids in a class, and in other schools the kids didn't have enough supervision. So that's it.
Nice catch, I thought. Yes, there's another problem with the schools, which is about the class size. 40-ish students in one class. Do you think it's too much or too little?
Too much.
Why do you think it's too much?
It's difficult to learn with that many people in the class.
I would say it's going to be more fun because there are so much crowded and you can put them into groups. How can you rebut that?
The teacher is explaining, someone is going to be talking or not paying attention, so it's more difficult to make all the kids to pay attention.
Exactly, especially if the room is not sufficient. Yeah? The room is small, but the students are many. It's just not really good or preferable. Any other details you've got? Do you need to listen to the audio again with subtitles? It's too easy for you, yes? All of your answers are correct. Well done, guys. Next. Or do you need to listen again? Ruth, it's okay if you need. I can try. No? Alright. Please open your book with this page. Have you found it? What page?
The same.
Oh, the same page. Yes. So, have you heard about IELTS? Do you know about IELTS? Yes, it's International English Exam Test. So it looks like this, like TOEFL, IB or something, or Trinity or Cambridge test. So this is the final listening section, part 2. I want you to find the 6 advantages. What are advantages?
Good things about something.
Good things about something. Synonyms for advantages, please. Good things.
Pros.
Pros. I need 7 because you are 7 people.
Benefits.
Benefits. Any other? Alright, it's okay. Because I cannot think of any either. You have 3 questions about true or false. So you make sure if it's true or false. Yeah? Synonyms for true. I like this game. Help me out. True. Synonyms. Reality. Right.
Correct.
Correct. What about false?
Fake.
Fake.
Not real.
Not real. Or the heavy word.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Contradictory. Yes. And then I want you to choose these adjectives. Is it match to Simon or S, or parents, or both? And not only matching the adjectives with the person, but I want you to also get the evidence why you think the adjective represents the person. So catch the details and give me the proof. Any questions? I'm going to start the second video in 3, 2.
As a business owner, you have enough on your plate. So we made digital marketing tools to do the heavy lifting for you.
13.3.
Is the audio alright? Audible? On 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
No more school. Part 2. When my parents took me out of school and told me they were going to teach me at home, I thought they were mad. I mean, all my friends were there. But that's a year ago now, and it feels like such a long time. I love homeschooling now. Other kids have to get up early and go to school. Sometimes it takes them over an hour just to get there. But me, I don't have to travel to school. I can stay in bed. All I have to do is go downstairs. And there's no stupid uniform to wear either. And better food for lunch. I think I enjoy studying more because my mum knows what I like and how I learn best. My grades are better anyway, so something must be working. I see more of my parents than I would if I was at school, so I think I'm closer to them, especially my mum, than other kids who go to school all day. When other kids ask me, "What school do you go to?" and I say, "I don't go to school," they think I'm sad and like deprived or something. Some think my parents must be religious nuts or like really controlling, but they're not. Thousands of children are taught at home in this country. No one realizes that. Anyway, I think I'm really lucky, and I know my parents want the best for me.
Alright, I know you are very clever, but I think there are too much details I expect from you. So I'm gonna replay the audio with subtitles. And I want you to try to see the subtitles and match them with your captions. Alright? I'm gonna put on the subtitles.
13.3 No More School, Part 2. When my parents took me out of school and told me they were going to teach me at home, I thought they were mad. I mean, all my friends were there. But that's a year ago now, and it feels like such a long time. I love homeschooling now. Other kids have to get up early and go to school. Sometimes it takes them over an hour just to get there. But me, I don't have to travel to school. I can stay in bed. All I have to do is go downstairs. And there's no stupid uniform to wear either. And better food for lunch. I think I enjoy studying more because my mum knows what I like and how I learn best. My grades are better anyway, so something must be working. I see more of my parents than I would if I was at school, so I think I'm closer to them, especially my mum, than other kids who go to school all day. When other kids ask me, "What school do you go to?" and I say, "I don't go to school," they think I'm sad and like deprived or something. Some think my parents must be religious nuts or like really controlling, but they're not. Thousands of children are taught at home in this country. No one realizes that. Anyway, I think I'm really lucky, and I know my parents want the best for me.
Alright, have you got everything? Do you need to replay? You need a replay? Please raise your hands if you need a replay. Thank you. There are 6 plus 3, 9. Okay, we're gonna do it in 10. Number 1. Brenda, please, number 1, the first advantage.
He doesn't have to go to school. He just goes downstairs and he's at school.
Why do you think it is a good thing for Simone?
Because he doesn't have to wake up early and he doesn't waste time going to school.
Yeah, it's just more convenient. Thank you, Brenda. Next, Lucia, second advantage, please. Why is it a good thing?
Because you can wear clothes you feel comfortable with, and maybe some people express their feelings or their personality with their clothes.
Do you think why do you think uniforms are not comfortable?
I don't know, it depends on the uniform.
Can you describe to me how comfortable uniforms look like and not comfortable uniforms look like?
I don't know, maybe like wearing skirts and ties. It's maybe like uncomfortable and too fancy for school. And uncomfortable uniform. I don't know, I guess sporty clothes.
Last question from me. Are you team uniforms or no? No. Okay. Thank you, Lucy. Anne. Third advantage, please.
He eats good food, like food homemade, and it's better for his taste because at school you don't have like a certain diet, and it could affect you and your body.
That's a really good answer and elaboration. But do you personally prefer your homemade meals or school's meals? Why?
Because the school ones are like remade. They put them hot again. Like they put them in microwave like 5 or 6 times. So
What's wrong with that?
So the food gets soggy.
Ah.
And it's not good for us.
Is it about the taste? Is it about the price? Is it about the health?
It's about the nutritious values. If you microwave something 7 times, probably has like a lot of radio in it.
So what's the alternative if that happens to your school?
Just at home, that's it.
Okay, you bring your own meals and lunches?
No, you can't.
Okay. Thank you. Ame. Number 4, advantage, another advantage please, Ator.
Is that your parents know what is better for you and what way do you learn better, so they can focus more on the way you learn and not only in what you learn.
Okay, so are you saying that homeschooling is significantly preferable for you because you can set up the curriculum by your own?
Not necessarily, because sometimes in some cases people who go to public schools or normal or private or schools in general can be very intelligent or very smart, and there are also people really dumb, and this happens as well in if you learn at home. It doesn't matter the way, well, it matters, but if you are really smart, you are going to learn. It doesn't matter if you study at school or not.
Well said. My last question for you, Ator. If the mother is allowed and able to set the curriculum, lesson plan, and everything freely for Simone, how can you make sure that Simone will be meeting the expectations of the national curriculums?
There's no way to ensure that, because if his mom wants him to focus on something and the national study system doesn't really matter that aspect, maybe he won't be qualified for national exams and this sort of things. But for the objectives of his mom, maybe he's very good qualified. This could be very polemic, because maybe the mom has very good ideas, and
Or not really.
or not really, because she could make a better life for Simon, or she could make it worse.
Well said. Number 5, fifth advantage, please. Ruth.
He see more his parents.
I'm sorry.
He see more his parents, and he's closer to them.
And why is it a good thing, you think, for Simone?
Maybe to have a good relation with them.
But you meet them every day.
Yeah, but
Do you think Simone needs another life, another environment for his life, like friends outside of the
friends,
house?
maybe, yes, because if you don't go to the school, you don't do friends.
So if Simone is homeschooled, how can he get that?
Maybe in the afternoons to go to a city, in the city, and he meets people, and he do friends, and in the past he went to the school, so he have friends.
What if he doesn't have many neighbors? It's impossible to talk to strangers. Do you talk to strangers? To socialize with strangers? No. So how can you get this connection socially?
I don't know, maybe if you go to school and in the afternoon to activity, maybe you and sport or something, you can do friends in that activity.
So like sport communities, art clubs.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Last but not least, Ika, the final advantage. What have you got?
I don't have the answer.
It's okay. Can you help, Shadi?
I do that, but better grades, but like I don't think it's a specific advantage. So yeah, he gets better grades, but why?
Okay. Anyone got the final advantage? So why you didn't say you need a replay? Can I replay? And please find the final one for me. Can you do that? Okay. Find the final one. We cannot skip this. But can we review? Do you remember what have we got? The 5. You remember, yeah? Alright, find the final one. I'm just replay the opening part, yes?
13.3 No More School, Part 2. When my parents took me out of school and told me they were going to teach me at home, I thought they were mad. I mean, all my friends were there. But that's a year ago now, and it feels like such a long time. I love homeschooling now. Other kids have to get up early and go to school. Sometimes it takes them over an hour just to get there. But me, I don't have to travel to school. I can stay in bed. All I have to do is go downstairs. And there's no stupid uniform to wear either. And better food for lunch. I think I enjoy studying more because my mum knows what I like and how I learn best. My grades are better anyway, so something must be working.
Yes, Shabby, you got it right. You have to be confident. Yes, that's your answer. Right? Yeah, better grades. Why you think homeschooling would help you get better grades rather than public or private schools?
Lessons are like more focused on you. The teacher doesn't have to explain it for all the class. It explains to you, and if you don't understand, he or she tries to explain it in a different way.
So it's more intense, it's more focused, and you got all the attention only for yourself. Alright? Okay. Well said, Brenda. Next. True or false? Back to... Oh my goodness. My bad. Back to Brenda. Can you read A and your answer, please? Loudly.
Simon was happy when his parents told him they were going to educate him at home. False.
Why?
Because he said that he thought that they were mad.
Which means?
That they weren't. He wasn't happy because he thought that his parents were mad. So that doesn't make you happy.
Yes. Yes. The first reaction from Simon is not happiness, but it's they are mad. I thought they are mad. What feeling is that? What emotion does it indicate? Anger?
No.
Mad is anger, but I think they are mad.
Fear.
Yeah?
Fear.
Fear, yeah? Or a bit shock, yeah?
Yeah.
Any disagreement? Did you